Lads, ladettes, and lassies, welcome back to more Dr. Stone. My name's Josh, and this series, I'm on episode 3. This is the third episode of Dr. Stone I've watched. I'm just really invested in this world. I wasn't really sure what to expect with this anime. I only knew the premise. I knew one of the voice actors. Turns out, I know 2 of the voice actors so far, and I probably know more. I just haven't really looked into the cast that much yet. But yeah, we learned some stuff last episode about death. If you're shattered, you're dead. Your flesh begins to rot. I wonder how... It's probably not painful. That would suck if it was, though. But yeah, if you're shattered, or if like a vital part of you is broken, your flesh will rot, and you will be dead when reanimated. So it's kind of nice to know that you're not going to be in horrendous agony if we create like a reverse destoning. But it also sucks because you're very fragile. Suzumiha, we got her body, but we didn't revive her. Luckily, because if they did revive her, they would have been attacked by lions, and they would not have been able to revive Tsukasa. I hope I wrote that right. But this man punched a lion to death. He punched a stone boulder in half to save, well, not really save, but to respect this frozen body. And then he started shattering like old men's heads because he's extremely based, and he's like, if we bring back the older generation, they're gonna be stuck in their ways, they're not gonna evolve, they're gonna try and make us pay taxes, they're gonna make us worship them. That is not the world we live in anymore. We don't want to live in that world anymore. And Senku is like, oh, hold up, I want to save everyone through science, alright? I'm not gonna be selective. So we might have the villain of this series, or this season. I think it's gonna be series, because Senku and Tsukasa, polar opposites, but it's not even that Tsukasa's dumb. He's actually smart himself. And I respect him. He's incredibly noble. I want to see what this relationship goes to. We had the 3 Musketeers for one episode, and now they might be broken up. It'll be Tsukasa and Taiju. It'll be Senku and Taiju versus Tsukasa. And I really hope nothing bad happens to Taiju, because that man is pure of heart. Unless Suzumiha breaks, then it's all over.
I think we should only revive the young and pure-hearted, and make sure that we keep this world natural and not owned by anyone.
I really like his
Don't you agree with
point of view.
Senku?
Because he doesn't come off as evil, he's just the antagonist.
Awesome news, you guys! Check this out, you see? I got a whole pot full of miracle fluid from the cave! And that means we can use this stuff to finally bring back Yuzuriha!
But he doesn't know what cave. He doesn't know what cave.
Showing you will be 10 billion times faster.
10 billion times. What is it with you and 10 billion? I wonder if they're gonna actually revive Suzumiha. I doubt it. He looks so cool. I wonder who this guy is. I don't think that's Taiju.
Okay, Yuzuriha.
Oh my god, they actually make... you know what?
Save you, and it's happening for real this time.
Good.
We don't have enough revival fluid for even one person.
Crap! Did I really get it too soon?
Touching it turns my finger yellow.
Don't.
So the miracle fluid is just nitric acid.
Dang, he's really smart. I love that he's actually smart. He's not dumb. He knows a lot of things.
What's going on, Wouldn't? Then why did you send Tsukasa out to get some more?
It's a calculated risk.
Tell him.
Gone before we revived her. He wants to remake this world
into
a place where only the strong survive.
I trust you to make the right decision. Something happened while I was gone, huh?
I would have explained a little bit more.
Shishio Tsukasa is an awesome guy. Who happens to be a murderer.
He killed so many people.
Yuzuriha.
So we are reviving her already, huh? Unless it doesn't work.
Wait, why is nothing happening?
Based on an entire year of painstaking experiments. Anyway, my point being, if just
dumped a lot of it on the headphones, though.
And begins to break down, it initiates a chain reaction that ripples across the organism.
It'd be hilarious if the headphones also came back.
Petrification is undone.
She's coming out.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you.
Oh, she's even got like a line here on her arm.
We join together and fight to stop Tsukasa's murder spree, using the
Ah.
weapons of civilization.
That ain't gonna work,
Come on,
man.
man! Obviously, we'll stay and fight by your side.
I have no clue what's going on, but I'll help however I can.
All right, love her already.
Making any assumptions or trying to be nice.
I'd say that's a matter of perspective. I call it culling them. For the benefit of the new world.
Yeah, I mean, like, culling, but still killing.
This guy killed a frickin' lion with his bare hands! You're 10 billion% screwed!
Come on, you have the spears right there.
But to bust out my secret weapon!
Oh, our crossbow.
By shooting at him now, I can at least break up their fight!
Grabbed him. The spear, the
What's even
shield.
more interesting is the feeling I get that you actually refused to attack me just now.
You could hit me or kick me or whatever the hell you want to do. But I'm telling you, you gotta stop breaking those statues! Because killing is wrong! End of story!
Kaiju, you'll let me pummel you as much as I like, so I stop breaking those statues. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, exactly!
His logic is flawless.
What if I told you I'd kill her instead?
Dang, he doesn't even care if they're alive
This is
or
why
they're
Senku was
stoned or
telling us
not.
to run away before.
He looks so cool.
Stay out of my way.
And he has a spear now, too.
You're just gonna lose that easily, you big oaf?
No way! Not me!
Oh, wow. Are you really okay?
I'm made of stronger stuff than that. And I'm still crazy full of energy.
Well, thank goodness.
Ew.
We're gonna hunt for materials to make weapons, starting at Hakone. Just think of it as a big 80-kilometer adventure.
That's like 2 full marathons. We can knock it out in 5 hours.
Maybe a freak of nature like you can.
I love the line
The
designs.
cherry
Like,
blossoms seem different somehow.
everyone has different
Because the ones
birthmarks.
we're
I don't know
used
what to call them. I love it.
Ernest Yedoensis. I'm guessing we're around Kamakura, but I'd love to know our true coordinates.
Man, look at that green
still any buildings
stretch
with
further than the
landmarks?
eyes can see.
They've all crumbled after
Ah,
this
it's so
one.
refreshing to see
There's nothing left.
with me living in the desert.
Our location is 35 degrees 19 minutes north by 139 degrees 32 minutes east.
Ah, that's so cool. Ah, that'd be so weird to see. Just the ruins of civilization. A landslide probably took out all the rest of it.
Hey, what's wrong, Yuzuriha? Did someone make you cry? Was it me?
I'm not crying. This is a lot for me to handle. I haven't been up for a full day, and none of this feels real to me yet.
Yeah, no one's really explained to her what's
Like
happened.
this.
The statue is made out of bronze. The chemical compound's resistant to corrosion.
It's made out of bronze, but it is
There's no
broken.
trees or plants or anything growing around the Buddha. Kinda like he wanted us to find him, so he made it super easy.
Well, yeah. It's leaking copper ions like crazy. And those are toxic to most kinds of vegetation.
Oh, come on, man. Just take one.
That
Just
gives
take
me an
it.
idea, though. So,
No, stop! That is like so wrong! Don't hurt the great Buddha!
Man, being with these two would be great in the apocalypse.
Your toe is still kind of rocky looking.
Yeah, I know. Not gonna lie, it's not great. But I don't want you to worry about me.
But I am worried though!
It's cold. Feels
So
like the
not
pain is slowly
everything
starting to go away.
unfreezes.
Whoa!
I mean, we're still alive, even with these cracks in our faces.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's keep going, shall
Oh.
we? Soon we can soak in some
So
real
the cracks
rejuvenation
are
fluid.
because
I remember something
okay,
that's in
okay.
Hakone.
That's actually a pretty cool explanation.
Seems like they panicked and ran away. I know Senku's not the kind of
I
man-
love that he's so smart.
But you two better not forget the real reason
They're
we
already in the
traveled
hot
all this
spring.
way.
So what's this weapon of science?
The gun. We're gonna make some gunpowder.
But like,
The Stone Age was 2 million years ago.
Gonna shoot him with a cannon or
Gunpowder was
something?
invented fairly recently in comparison. Time to get excited, you guys.
The thing is, if you fail,
Hakone, if they make gunpowder, I don't stand a chance.
they
Lucky for us,
fail and they
Japan is
make
full
it,
of
and then
volcanoes.
Tsukasa gets
Go to
it.
any hot spring and there's a
Ooh.
plethora of sulfur just waiting to be taken.
Okay. We're gonna be getting further into the power escalation. We are no longer potentially we're still in the Stone Age, but Stone Age with a gun. Well, probably a cannon. Guns are very complicated to make. So it's probably gonna be a cannon, which can be inaccurate. Yeah, if you've seen Attack on Titan, cannons are powerful, incredibly inaccurate. So who knows, maybe Tsukasa can just like dodge a cannonball. Maybe they can make an automated crossbow. I don't know if they're actually going to make a gun. It'd be cool if they did. But we'll have to just wait and see where that goes. But the quest continues to defeat Tsukasa. Well, the quest actually evolved to defeat Tsukasa. This show is going... I don't know how this season's going to be 24 episodes. I mean, I guess Tsukasa can wake some other people up. He has to find out about the wine. But if he finds about the wine, he can wake some other people up to help him with his cause. But other than that, I don't... Like, this show feels like it moves incredibly fast. But it's paced so wisely. Like, I don't... Like, the goal... It's a civilization game. Anthony loves those. And the goal was to wake everyone up and rebuild society, civilization. The question is just like, what is the process to do that? Right now, that's kind of on hold. Right now, we just gotta survive Tsukasa, because he knows that they're working to defeat him. And I've said it throughout the reaction. I think I said it last episode. I love that he's not just some muscly idiot. He's actually really smart, which is surprising in its own way. Because sometimes we'll have like the dynamic of like brain versus brawn, or brawn versus brain, and then that's as far as it goes. But Senku is the brain by far. Like it's not a competition of who's smarter, but it's the whole thing of, well, this guy is strong, and it's usually like, oh, he's strong and dumb. But the Tsukasa is incredibly aware of many things. He immediately picked up that the whole other than the wine, because of course like he wouldn't know that, but he immediately picked up that the miracle fluid was the nitro something, the bat guano, and he's like, oh, so it's a corroding acid, interesting. Like, he picked that up immediately. He immediately knew that Senku was trying to trick him into thinking that they ran away. He picked up that they were going to make a gun to defeat him. He's just a complete force to be reckoned with. He's a force of nature. And I love it. He's awesome. And this episode he went on a murder spree. There are a lot of people that are not coming back. You see, he has a point. But I feel like he has a point. You know, you don't want to bring back murderers. You don't want to bring back people like him. But you don't want to bring back like a murderer. You don't want to bring back people that are whose only identity is money, wealth, and status too quickly. You don't want to bring those people back immediately. But the thing, I'm pretty sure he just killed like the parents of like those two kids with the seashell necklace. So the question is like, how does he decide who's worthy or not? It's not like he can like look at their history and like, all right, you're a scummy businessman who like put 3 people into homelessness and you only cared about money. All right, you're a murderer. You're a trafficker. You're a drug dealer. He doesn't know, so he just bases it off of like, you look about to be like below 18. All right, you're 21. Ugh. It's like that's the only thing. This is it, or not? It's not the only thing, but like that's the big thing with him. Is just he's decided to put it all in his own hands, and he just doesn't know who's worthy other than literally, like, you look to be not an adult. It's terrible. But I still really do. I don't agree with what he's doing, but I love his point. And I love his character so much. It's a great villain for this series. And I was talking about it yesterday, or not yesterday, I was talking about it last episode, aka last week for you lads. Yuzu, or Yuzumiha, she's awake. I was wondering, because in the intro, I don't think we see her character model awake or doing anything. I think the only thing we see her do is being frozen and Taiju like looking at her. So I was wondering, do we ever unfreeze her? It was really quickly. I swear, like I asked the questions and then the next episode answers it for me. But no, she's awake. I already like her introduction. I feel like the introduction of people into the group, like it's been every episode, like half of the first episode was just Taiju alone, and then we added Senku to the group. Then the second episode we added Tsukasa to the group, and then the third episode we add Yuzumiha to the group. Everyone that we've added to the group, I love the chemistry. I love the characters that we've gotten into. I do hope that we get to see more of Yuzumiha's personality, what drives her character and all that. I hope we get to see that in the future. We were on the verge of someone talking about their parents. And she did talk about her parents. She's like, oh yeah, my parents brought me here when I was a kid. I'm crying because we're finally in Japan, which I really do like that scene. Because it's like, you've woken up 3,700 years in the future. Everyone turned to stone, alright? Believe it. And it's just, there's nothing for her to believe that she's in Japan. She could just be in a forest. This could be an elaborate prank show. And then you get to the statue of Buddha. You get to something familiar, something that you've seen every day. That's where it hits you. It's a great scene, a great way to explore. Not explore, but a great way to just have that revelation of, oh, we were actually, like, this actually happened. That's the statue of Buddha. It's semi-destroyed. That was great. That was a great scene. The gunpowder, I'll underline that because next time I watch Dr. Stone, it's going to be important to know. I still don't know how they're going to utilize it. Like I've said, I'm assuming a cannon. I don't think they can make guns at this point. And I'm sure there's other things they can do with gunpowder. They can make fireworks. But no, I really liked Yuzumiha. I liked her character. I don't think I know her voice actress, but no, I liked her chemistry with both Senku and Taiju. And they're at a hot spring, which means a hot spring episode. I don't know. I was just surprised that Taiju didn't immediately jump in the hot spring. That was like I really thought Senku was going to be talking like, oh, we're not here for the... Listen, Taiju, we're not here for the hot spring. We're here for the... What are you doing? I thought he was just going to be in there. I really did think it was going to be a hard cut because it focused on him for a little too long. I thought he was just going to be in the hot spring. I really thought that's where that scene was going, but... You know, that could be... They could save it for next episode. I really do love... I mean, I didn't talk about it last episode because that's where it was introduced. I just love that... Taiju. He's such a respectable lad. He's a good boy. Yeah, I hope that he made those clothes. Senku most likely made them, but I hope Taiju made them. But I just love that he's like, we can't wake her up. She's naked, and then he makes her clothes. It's just really pure. I love my boy. He's a good boy. That's a good boy. The clothes, they fit very well. I suppose like he just was able to. He had his time to take measurements and all that, so he's a good boy. I like him a lot. Also, the petrification. It's weird because it's not like the fluid. It's not like the fluid touched all of her body. She was wearing clothes, so I guess some of it might have soaked into the clothes and that like touched her body and all that. They poured too little for it to touch everywhere. Like I assume her legs got the least amount of fluid. but it did get most of her. Like the little bit that, actually most of it went on her headphones, but we'll ignore that. But unless it touches everywhere, it's not. There are areas where it won't de-stone. I don't know. It was just a really interesting thing to point out. They explained the science behind it, how the cells were transformed and you go into hyperstasis or something like that. I don't really understand. I'm not big-brained enough. But they did explain how it's a transformation, and putting the wine on them was like this awakening to restart those cells or something like that. But it was just a really weird thing to point out, like, hey, not all of you unfroze. So I wonder how that's going to come back in the future, or if that's just an idea, like, oh, no, not all of them. Like, they don't all, like, not all of it unfreezes. It's just an interesting thing that they pointed it out. So I for some reason I just expect it to happen, like, to have something to do in the future. And I had pointed this out last episode, and they didn't even have to explain it. I thought it was just like the art direction, or it was just like the character models, because, you know, and it's anime. They don't have to look like, they could stylize it. But the cracks in the body, I was saying, like, I love it. Like, I love Tsukasa. He's got like that, like, crack across his face, and then kind of zigzags across his chest. Senku has them right here. Taiju, I think because of the cave, he was preserved the best, and ended up with his, just like his eyes here. I don't really see that much on him. And Yuzuha has like this spiral on her arm. I don't think she has anything on her face. I didn't see anything. And they explained that being, they are literally cracks. They weren't 100% preserved. You know, they're like, the stone cracked on them, and that's leftover scars of those cracks. And that's just a really cool explanation. I legitimately just thought that was the art direction, character models, and I didn't think a second. The only thing I thought about it was, that looks cool. I like that. I'm gonna mention it. But no, there's an in-canon explanation for why they look a little bit different, and it's so much better. I didn't need an explanation, but I love the explanation. Yeah, I guess next episode, because we're not going to defeat Tsukasa. He's too cool to defeat in episode 4. So I wonder what the steps are going to be, and how long he'll be the villain. Because I think he's going to be the series villain. I just don't see them getting rid of him. He's just too cool. So how are we going to, not drag it out, but how are we going to make him like the villain for at least this first season? He has to awaken some people, but that means he also has to figure out that it's not just the cave water, but it's the wine. He has to figure that out somehow. And I guess next episode we figure out how to make a cannon, or we figure out how to make something with gunpowder. This show is going to attempt to trick me into learning science, which is good, because school is coming up, but this is not the science I need to learn, because I'm taking what's it called? Biopsychology. I think that's the class I'm taking. So I need to learn some biology. This show needs to teach me some biology, alright? Not some physics. Okay? No, but I'm really enjoying this show. That was episode 3. I'm really curious on how the rest of the season is going to be paced. And if you lads want to see more of my reactions to Dr. Stone, you should hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit this like button. Show some appreciation, because I am loving this show so far. The characters are great, and I cannot wait to see more. So if you can't wait to see more of my reactions, you can head over to our Patreon. There should be some extra videos down there for you. You know, early access and full length. And if there's no early access, if like let's say like early access ended at episode 6 and I'm still editing them. So like let's say it's been stuck at episode 6, it's because I'm still editing to get you those early access videos. But you know, you can always go back and watch the full lengths of all of the videos that we've done on the channel, including Dr. Stone. But you don't have to do that, you know. It's just some extra support. help us grow on YouTube and all that. You could, by help, you don't even have to go on Patreon. You can just share this video around with people that you know that like Dr. Stone. I hope you want to enjoy this video. We have a whole bunch of other videos. I've done a whole bunch of other solo reactions, so you can check out the playlist. I've done Burn the Gone, Darling the Frost, Comic a Kill, Promise Neverland, and a lot more on the way. Kai and I have done My Hero Academia, which I do highly recommend. If you like Disney and Star Wars, we've also done some reactions to those too. So, yeah, next episode, let's just say I'm very, very much invested in this world. So I cannot wait to see what shenanigans Sentiu and company get up to next. Bye-bye.
Push ahead, the future is unknown. Unseen, a place for us to go. That along with courage, I know this.